Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day, another opportunity. Uh, Up early, just thanking the Lord for waking me, thanking the Lord for giving me another chance, another day to see. And so I'm bringing to you today a topic about heart attack, cancer, and stroke plans that are available that many of us just don't know about. The question really is, what will you do if you had a heart attack, cancer, or stroke? How are you gonna pay your bills? How are things going to be taken care of around the house? Well, there's good news that there are plans available for situations just like that. So listen, RSJ Insurance Agency sell Medicare, covered California life insurance, and health insurance. So if you need any of those things, or if you know anyone that does, please feel free to refer them over, and we'll certainly get them taken care of for you. We'll treat them like family. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll dive into this this heart attack, cancer, and stroke plan. So, as you can see in the title, it says focus on your recovery, not your finances. When you're ill, when you're sick, the one thing you don't want to have to worry about is how am I going to pay for everything? What's going to happen in my house? What's going to happen in my car? What's going to happen, to my apartment? What's going to happen? And so these plans are designed for with that in mind, to ensure that you can focus on getting better, that you don't have to worry about things, that you essentially have a peace of mind because you know that you have a plan that's already in place. So it is again, this plan particularly that I'm presenting to you is an all-in-one, all-inclusive plan. Not all plans are made the same, but this plan for sure certainly has it. So it says, what is our policy? What does our policy offer? Flexible lump sum payments between 1,000 and 75,000 to be used any way you like. All right. So this is a cash payment that can be paid directly to you or to anyone that you choose. You can add your wife, you can add your children, you can add whoever it is that you like to have the payment go to if you're unable or incapacitated, so that the policy can be processed, the claim can be filed, and that the payment can be processed to your family member so that your needs can be taken care of. This policy can pay for various things, like I've already said: house, car, credit cards. Most importantly, what I believe, in addition to those things, could even be home care, right? So if you had a heart attack, or if you had a stroke, or if you have cancer, sometimes you're going to need some care at home. And this plan is designed with that in mind. It's better to have a nurse be able to come over to assist your family member rather than them having to take care of you 24/7, and that can become extremely stressful. Yes, they love you. Yes, they want to take care of you. Yes, they're there, but having some help certainly makes a difference, so that they can get a few minutes of fresh air just to rest their minds, or to take a nap and be able to get back up to care for you. So having a plan like this is extremely important because it allows for you to be able to have that cash that you don't have to pull from your own cash. You don't have to mortgage the house. You don't have to do anything like that. You have the cash available to be able to pay for whatever it is that you may need. Coverage for you, your spouse, and your family. So this can be a family plan as well. You can cover you, your husband or your wife, and your children. Issue ages are from 18 to 64, guaranteed renewable for life. It is not affected by any other insurance that you may have. So, again, this is not primary insurance, this is secondary insurance, supplemental insurance. So, just make sure that you understand, that you know that. And again, it goes into the list of things that you can pay for: your deductibles, your prescriptions, your rehabilitation, extended hospital stays, mortgage payments, child care, ride share, and other unexpected expenses. How the policy works. So you can customize this many different ways, but there are so many different things that are there. You have the flexibility to choose a cancer policy rather, a heart attack, and stroke, or both. So if you just say, you know what, I don't want the cancer policy, but I'll take the heart attack policy, or I don't want the heart attack policy, but I'll take the stroke and the cancer policy. There are different ways that you could that you can fix this thing and put it together for whatever meets your needs. And so there's also an accident indemnity policy in there, hospital care policy that can be added to this policy as well. So this is an example of Elizabeth. She's a local teacher at an elementary school. During her regular self-exam, she notices something in her breast and scheduled an appointment with her healthcare provider. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. 3 years before the diagnosis, Elizabeth purchased a 25,000 flexible supplemental lump sum policy, which paid her 100% of her $25,000 benefit. So here's Elizabeth. Elizabeth bought this plan. 3 years later, she's doing a self-exam, realizes that something's abnormal, goes to the doctor. A doctor diagnoses her with breast cancer. Elizabeth calls the insurance company, files a claim, and she's able to get a $25,000 payment, cash payment directly to her. Elizabeth was able to hire a nanny to watch her daughter and help around the house while she was recovering from her treatment. So she didn't have to worry about, oh, who's going to take care of my kids. She had the money available, and she was able to use the rest of her money to pay for her medical insurance deductibles and some household expenses. So she's maybe able to get some food, to pay the light bill, whatever the case may have been. But she had the funds available. She didn't have to stress out about it. And so a cancer policy is available as well. Now, with the cancer policy, obviously, with these policies, there's always some fine print. So we could sit down and talk about that as well, how it pays, and the types of cancers that have to be had, and so on and so forth. So so you need to know, all the here are all the breakdowns of everything that the radiation and chemotherapy benefit that you could add on to this policy. I mean, the policy is just so inclusive that you really would need to schedule some time to sit down and just talk about it to see what works best for you and works best for your situation. Um, so heart attack and stroke insurance. This is to me probably one of the most important policies that I think that everyone ought to have, because you just never know what's going to happen. And so this plan again pays between 10,000 and 75,000. 10,000 and 75,000. And so again, it depends upon the type of heart attack you had, the type of stroke you had. So there's various levels of payment that this will pay out at. And as you can see right here, actually it says a heart attack paid at 100%, heart transplant paid at 100%, a stroke paid at 100%. So coronary artery bypass, it'll be paid at 25%. And so it just goes on and on. If you have to get a stent, it'll be paid at 10%. But I will tell you that something is better than nothing. You know, if you had a $75,000 policy and they paid at 10%, that's $7,500 that'll be going into your pocket, and you still have that remaining benefit available to you if something were to happen to you. So, for instance, if you had a $75,000 policy and today you had a stent placed in your heart, that's 7,500 deducted from your 75,000, which is 67,500. You still have that $67,500 available to you. So let's just say 2 months from that date, you had a stroke or you had a heart attack, then you still have that 65,500 available to you to be paid to you for that separate incident. So it certainly is worth having, in my opinion. Supplemental heart and stroke restoration. So you can purchase, typically when you have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, or any of these plans, you file a claim, that's it, it's over with. But these plans, you can purchase a restoration benefit to where 2 years later, it'll pay at 25%. 5 years later, but less than 10, it'll pay at 75%. And then 10 years later, it'll pay at 100%. So you can use the policy again if you purchase those riders to be added to it. So again, adding extra benefit. There's the accident plan, there's a hospitalization plan, there's a cancer plan, there's a disease plan, specific disease, loss of hearing, major organ transplant, paralysis, blindness, coma, end of stage renal failure. There are so many different things that you can add to this policy, which is why I wanted to show you this policy, because this is really an all-inclusive policy that you can get everything you need all in one, as opposed to having multiple policies where I have to call this insurance company. I've got 5 different policies or 4 different policies, whereas this plan covers everything in one. And so we won't go into the example, but I will leave that there for you for a second so that you can take a look at it. But it breaks down how one incident happened today, and how there was still money left on the policy, and how John and Carla both were able to still pull from that policy at a later date, simply because of the way they had the policy set up. So the example that I gave earlier, that if you had a stent put in, it would pay it 10%, but you'd still have that extra 85% left over should something else happen to you in the future. And so that is that for this heart attack, cancer, and stroke plan. I would hope that, if if you know someone that could benefit from this, or maybe you could benefit from it, please, 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 please contact us and let us know. We would be glad to talk to you. Wouldn't take long, 10, 15 minutes to go over everything to let you know what works for you. But get a heart attack, cancer, and stroke plan. You just never know. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And so having it gives you a sense of assurance, gives you a sense of comfort, that you know that you're covered and that your needs are being met. So again, if you want to contact us, please contact us at 562-204-6120. That's 562-204-6120. And you can actually call or text that phone number. You can follow us on social media. You see the social media handles there on the screen. And so I thank you for listening. Please share, please like this video, please comment on it, and share it with someone that you know may benefit from it. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you on the next time. And again, follow us on the social media. And until next time, God bless you, God keep you, and may the Lord be with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Be happy to answer those questions, and be happy to help you get covered and protect yourself, protect your family, and protect the things that you worked so hard for. Bless you, and we'll see you again on the next video.